Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity, then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love, telepathically set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I wanted to talk about transhumanism and what transhumanism is and the rise of transhumanism. Right, so let's get into this. So transhumanism is pretty much I guess you could call it like a process or maybe even a concept, right? Transhumanism is well, it's going to translate to transcending human, right? So you take a human and the process of transcending your humanity is what transhumanism consists of, right? So transhumanism, if you do a little bit of research, you're going to find that transhumanism involves technological enhancement, right? So technological enhancements include all of the various different nano technologies, right, that are slowly coming out and being developed. Obviously, the Pentagon is developing some. Elon Musk has some different types, different designs, right? There's many different of these little enhancements. This is what they are, right? Because you're supposed to use them. You don't have to. Obviously, there's conditions that keep you from questioning whether or not you would want to or not, giving you little to no choice. But the whole thing is that um, when you're supposed to use them and they're supposed to enhance you, right? And through the development of the various different nanotechnologies within your system, you as a biological organism slowly become a technological organism, right? And that integration into a technological organism is within the process of transhumanism to transcend humanity or to transcend what being a human is, right? So there's already nanotechnology, right? Self-developing nanotechnology that are already developing the body from inside out on very deep levels, right? So they've been doing that for at least maybe a century, maybe 50 years. I'm not too sure, but somewhere around here, right? Because they've always used things like this anyway. So there's never been a time where they're not using them unless it shouldn't be known about. Then they're not using them. But they always have technologies like this, right? So these are like the more public ones. The others are not public, but they're obviously using them to do work to integrate up to that point of transhumanism, right? So let me see. There during the not the industrial revolution. There's a fourth industrial revolution to to make things more efficient, right? So the last one there was a lot of mechanization that uprise, right? A lot of machinery. This one there's gonna be a lot of technology that is on the uprise. So there's already technology is on the spiral up. You know, is definitely increasing in its own intelligence, and the development rate of technologies is increasing more and more every day, right? So once it reaches a certain point, then it's going to create a efficiency all throughout the industrial gridding system, and that's supposed to be the revolutionization of the industrious world, right? Once again, it's another one going to happen, but it's going to involve technology, right? And then this is pretty much where they come out with the enhancements, because the technological, the exteriorized devices aren't enough. They need to pretty much do it to the biological organism itself, or the body itself, into the mind, so that there can be a synchronization taking place, or and by this I mean that there's plenty of there's plenty exteriorized technological device. There's a whole technological field all around us, but in order for them to continue spiraling in the development of the industry, they need to go into the human body with technologies, right? So that's why they're going to come out with whatever the enhancements, the technological enhancements to get you to implant in your body, right? And then there's already systems that are already developed in your body, which are not talked about, but these are going to make that whole process more integrative, so that it's fluent. So if you're going to get one, which I don't advise, but if you go and get one, it's going to be a fluent process, because there's already plenty of little nano networks within your body, right, to make it all easier, like a skeletal system, or maybe even more, right, like maybe a nano membrane or something. Not too sure, but the process, once people start getting the enhancements, uh, they're going to slowly be able to expand beyond what was regularized as being quote unquote human, right? By this I mean there's regularity, there's regulation, there's condition, there's programmings. All these are here to keep you within a set or fixated level. And in that level, we're human, right? So the technological enhancements are here to are going to allow you to break into more capability, right? Just a little bit though. It's not going to be extreme, because they're trying to mediate things, right? And it's only a ruse, or not a ruse, more so is a deliberacy type to it's a deliberacy type to keep you in control, mental control, because this is what the government is all about. It gives us the mind and it controls it, right? Through all sorts of different technologies. But a lot of those technologies can no longer be discrete, because of cosmic consciousness, or even, let's say, global consciousness slowly arising. Things need to be manifest within the conscious reality, right? If the subconscious starts figuring things out in collection, then it gets to a certain point where they can no longer really hide things or do things in the shadow, but more so it needs to be exteriorized into the conscious reality, right? So a lot of these technologies, that's what it is. It's just coming to public knowledge, because they've been used all the time. They've always been used, these types of enhancements, but they've been in the subconscious, deeper in the subconscious, so people don't if you're not traveling the subconscious, you're not immediately going to know about these types of technologies, right? But now that there's more energy on the rise and there's more consciousness, or there's expansion of awareness, integration of the collective shadow, things like this, it's going to be exteriorized. It's going to be integrated into the light, into the conscious, right? And that's what that whole process is. Uh, so let me see. It's eventually going to lead to a transcendence of humanity, right? And then it's supposed to enhance you, but there's also a thing where we're too tuned to disharmonious grid. The industrial grid is disharmony or disharmonious in its nature. So due to the fact that we're living in connection with that grid, the industrial grid, we're destroying ourselves, right? And that whole thing is part of that industrial gridding system. So that whole thing is only going to lead us to a destruction of ourselves, right? Which is not a bad thing. It can be utilized in order to transition into a higher state of awareness, which is what is going to happen. So it's not permanent. It's more of a temporary thing, right? It's kind of like we're using that as a way to guide ourselves back into living more harmoniously. So what you can do is observe it, right? I don't advise getting any microchip, or I don't advise getting any technological enhancements because there's no need. Everything is already taken care of. And that's nature's design, right? But this whole process is also part of nature's design in a way. So it can only be rebelled if you don't agree with the whole thing, right? Which is what I do advise. And that's all that's needed. You know, you can you can transcend the humanity within yourself without technologies, or without the technologies that they're coming out with. But that's only if you really want to be unique, you know. And all you really have to do is intent, right, in the harmonious, so that whole thing can happen of itself. Um, but do your own research as well. Transhumanism, you can research this, is all over the internet. Um, and you can make whatever you can stir up whatever stimulation you want, right? It's up to you. I just wanted to talk about transhumanism, right? But that's gonna be it for today's video. I do thank everybody for watching once again. Peace out, one love, and have a great evening.